Hello and welcome. My name's Robert Frampton. I'm a solicitor in Herrington Carmichael's employment team, and this is our second TUPE Tuesday. So this week we'll be looking at when does TUPE apply. So as I said in the first video, it applies in two main situations, where there's a transfer of assets and where there's a service provision change. This week we'll be focusing on when there's a transfer of assets. So the first point I'd like to make is that whether TUPE applies or not is a question of fact. You don't have a choice over it. It either applies or it doesn't. So as I said, today we'll be focusing on when it applies to an asset transfer. Now I want to stress the point that it applies on asset transfers rather than share transfers. The general position is that TUPE will not apply on a share transfer. There are some exceptions to this, and I'll explain those further on in the video. So sometimes it's very obvious when assets are transferring, i.e. company A buys all the assets of company B, it's likely TUPE apply and everything that comes with TUPE applying would occur. However, sometimes it's slightly more complicated, for example, where you're only buying some of the assets or some of a particular location of a business. In these situations, it may be slightly more complicated as whether TUPE applies and to which employees it applies to. So if you need any further analysis or have any concerns about the application of TUPE, then please do get in touch and we'd be happy to help. So as I said, it generally doesn't apply when there's a share transfer. However, post-acquisition, TUPE could apply. So what I mean by this is that after the purchase of shares, often there'll be some kind of intergroup restructuring, i.e. assets of a subsidiary is passed to a parent company. In these situations, TUPE could apply. It doesn't matter that it's an intergroup transfer, it still could apply and your same obligations could arise. The other point I'd like to make, finally, is that for TUPE to apply, the economic entity that is transferring needs to retain its identity. So this means that as it says, you must be able to identify it in some form in the acquirer of the assets. So, for example, if the assets are split over several organisations, there could be an argument that it hasn't retained its identity, therefore TUPE does not apply. That's all we have time for this week. Tune in next week and we'll be discussing service provision changes. Thank you, goodbye.